Hey, welcome back. Another day, another vlog. Friday session. Yeah. Quiet day today. Haven't had a lot of work done. I've done the show today, obviously, for this show. Had my brother's birthday last night. Got up this morning, drove home. So, yeah, a bit of the day gone and lost. A bit rainy and cool outside. The wet weather's kicked back into Queensland, so bit of a change of weather, something different. But other than that, yeah, pretty cool. I have to, as I said to you, I think yesterday, I didn't think I was going to get the video out tonight. I've still got a heap of photos to edit. I'm a little bit behind those. As with all of my videos, the photos take the longest time. So, yeah, it's been pretty crazy, and my apologies for that, not catching on that normal Friday night. It's a bit of a thing. So hopefully I should have it done by the weekend some stage. I should be good. I'm going to have to do a late night session tonight and sit down and do some work tomorrow and get some stuff done. So fingers crossed, I should be right by the end of the weekend. A lot of these videos are going to be like that because there's just so many photos. It is one of the most beautiful spots in the world. Let me just adjust that light a little bit more, might be a bit easier. Oh, that's a bit better. Yeah, so it's very hard to sort of just walk away from the photos. So I've got hundreds of photos each day, for each spot I do. So it's going to be tricky to sort of just quickly go in and edit them. I don't want to rush those photos. I want to get them right because they're the photos I'm going to share with you. That's what it's all about. So yeah, we're getting there slowly. But yeah, so just more work for me. Pretty much, that's it. Other than that, on the channel side, not too much is happening. Yeah, very happy with my new shirt. It's nice and comfy, actually. It's definitely a different feel to the old one. So the old one was really thin. This is actually a good weight to it, so I'm pretty happy with that. Now, some big news on the fishing side. Shimano, big fan of Shimano. I've got Daiwa and I've got Shimano reels, but my favourites obviously you would have seen on the channel. It's one of my biggest videos. The Calcutta DC. I was fortunate enough to be, I think, the first one on YouTube to go through and review that reel when I got it from Japan. They still don't sell it in Australia. I have no idea why not. It's absolutely crazy. But yeah, it's an amazing reel, and it's just Shimano Australia is silly for not doing it. I don't see their reasoning. Now this is going to be in the same sort of ballpark as that. The Shimano Antares, the DC is coming out 21 version, and it's pretty amazing sort of a reel. Look, generally these are more your bass fishermen. They don't hold a hell of a lot of line, and even with this new model, I think the max line, it's at 12 pound and it's 130 meters, so not a massive amount of line. So it's great for flicking light lures and stuff like that. It's the top of the range. It's the best reel they can get out of the Shimano for your bait casters, but generally it's fresh water only. Well, this year it's becoming salt water, which makes a big difference. So if you use brim fishermen and guys on the brim tours and stuff like that are the pros, and guys that just want a really nice reel, a nice comfortable reel that's going to be bulletproof and never let them down. This reel is something definitely I would go to check out. It's not cheap. You can pre-order now on plat.com.jp, which is .co.jp, which is where I got my Calcutta DC from. They'll ship it to you. They're a really good company. It's very switched on. As soon as it comes in, they'll send it off to you. It's 62,000 yen, which worked out about 730 Australian bucks. So, look, not cheap, but it is the best of the best. It's got everything in it. It's running MGL spool, third version of that, onto a DC system, which is the first time that's ever been done. It's got a 4x8 DC brake system with a S3D spool and a silent tune on it. So it's going to be just zero vibrations, those really light plastics and light line, really light lures you want to try and flick out and flick into certain spots. It's going to be amazing for getting them in there and really having some control over them, especially with that DC system. The normal bulletproof top of the range stuff from Shimano, micro and modular gears, the second version of that, X-ship, extra bearing on the handle for smooth. It's got a Hagney body, which we know is just bulletproof. 65 to 91 centimeters on crank, depending on which model. I'll talk a little bit about that in a sec. 5 kilo drag, so heaps of grunt in it. 11 and +1 bearing, obviously, and its standard ratio, which is a 65 centimeters of retrieve, and every crank is a 5.61 ratio. HG's got 86 and it's a 7.41, and the XG's are 91 centimeter retrieve and a 7.81 ratio. So pretty cool. 220 grams, ultralight, great for you guys that are flicking all day, every day, just sitting there side to side, flick down under a branch, all that sort of fun stuff. Salt water in it now, that having that protection in it makes a big deal. It's going to be a fantastic reel. I definitely think they're going to sell a lot of these. It's available. I did go check out on Singapore, Shimano. It's available, and you can get it through the dealers through Singapore. You can also get it direct through Japan. Australia, as I said, again, disappointing. For some reason, they didn't bring the Calcutta DC here, which is just stupid. And doesn't look like they're going to be bringing the Antares DC either. So if you want one of these bad boys, go check out plat.co.jp. That'll get you to your website, and you can go and pre-order it, and you put down basically pay for it, and then as soon as it comes in, they'll ship it straight out to you. And they're a really good company. I've used them, as I said, for when I got my Calcutta DC. Wild reel. Changes up big time having that salt water, and it's now like their elite reel is now salt water. So it's I guess that super low profile, low weight unit you can have for little light baits, and have your Calcutta DC for the heavier stuff, I guess, or depending on which ones you really want to use. So I know I use a Metanium for my light stuff, and then I've got the Calcutta DC for my heavy trawling stuff and the big fish. So there you go. Definitely a great move by Shimano, and pretty darn cool. It'd be amazing to get one of them and check it out. Rightio, Canon, over from Canon rumours, 4 new patents found. A little bit tricky. We've got that roadmap that Canon rumours put out this year for 2021. We know there's a heap coming in the second part of the year. There was a 10 to 24mm f4L USM on that list. Well, these patents that they've found, and there might be just patents that they've put in different patents to cover it, and that 10 to 24 is what they've chosen. Well, these other patents are in there and available in the patent office. 8 to 16, 9 to 15, a 9 to 24, and a 10 to 18 f4. Now, all RF, obviously. That 9 to 24 would be a pretty darn cool lens. Don't know how much of a fisheye you'd get, whether they've got that sort of rectified, and you can sort of got a fair bit to keep those lines nice and straight. You don't want to get that curve, but a 9 to 24 RF would be a great 9 to 24, 24 to 105, 105 to a 300. Be a good little sort of contemporary range or a base range to come through. Just a little bit of food for thought, something different, and yeah, good to see them covering a bit of options. I guess we'll find out in the second half year which one they chose or which one we're going to get. Maybe the L series one is going to be that 10 to 24, and yeah, we might get a cheaper version, one like we've got with the 24 to 105 that might come out as a 9 to 24. That would be pretty cool. I'd take a 10 to 18 as well. That'd be pretty nice for me. But yeah, something different. Now, some April Fool's jokes. I don't know if you've seen them. Some good ones. Pretty well done. He does a good one every year. Jared Polin from Fro Knows Photos. Go check him out. An A7 IV from Sony to replace the A7 III. You know, they do it really well. They're pretty well at editing videos and getting it all out and all the specs and the details. They know it back to front. Yeah, come up pretty good. I'm sure he's going to catch a few. A Nikon Z8, obviously, again, not going to be happening. And a R5S, which it sort of plays on that high megapixel camera from R5. Yeah, obviously nothing has been released or anything like that. It's all just a bit of fun and just a well done video, and good on him. A little bit of fun. If you can't have a laugh on April Fools, when can you laugh? And yeah, a little bit of fun. Good to see. And a well done video. Great job to Fro Knows. So it was pretty cool to watch. Now, some interesting stuff. MSCHF, they make custom shoes. They take Nikes and put their spin on it. forever means last year, if you go to Unbox Therapy, they did a Jesus shoe which had a holy water in the where the air socket is. They put holy water from the River Jordan or some rubbish, and then had like a cross on the front where the laces are. Went really well, sold out obviously, and was obviously a big promotional thing, and did really, really well. Well, this year they teamed up with Lil Nas, huge singer, Old Town Road and all that sort of fame and fortune. And they did a Satan shoe. I don't know which part sort of offended someone, whether it was the fact that it was a Satan shoe and it had it's got red ink in the air socket where the holy water was. It's got red ink in there, and the staff from MSCHF had all got together and got drops of blood or donated blood, and a drop of blood in each of the shoes in the thing. So that was sort of one of the sort of, I guess, shock value selling points to it, and then in the advertising marketing system. Well, it shocked everyone. There's been a huge uproar, and now Nike, out of the blue, who didn't do nothing about the Jesus shoe or any other of their creations, has spat their chocolates and suing them for like making them look bad or some crap. Yeah, it's very, very contradictory. You can't, if you're going to do that, you have to do it about anyone that touches your shoes. You can't just come in and go, oh my God, it's got Satan in it. We don't want nothing to do with Satan. What a load of rubbish. It was, a bit disappointing to see them cracking it over that. You know, if you're going to have freedom of speech and have fun and let people do their artistic thing, and that's all it really is, it's a bit of artistic fervour, and as they said, I think when I read their website, it's creating the conversation, and there's always good, there's bad, there's your version, my version, everyone's got a different perspective. You can't, as soon as you start restricting people's perspectives, you get authoritism and you'll end up becoming like Nazi Germany or something crazy. So hopefully it doesn't go that far. So hopefully Nike will see sense, and I think they've pulled the competition to win the last pair because it obviously sold out under a minute, and there was one pair left they were going to raffle off. So I think they'll just probably end up just pulling that raffle out, and that'll be the end of it. And whoever's got them's got them, and that, I guess everyone will learn a lesson from it. So pretty cool, and something different. And that's about it for another week. I will see you all again Monday. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy your Easter. Hope you get not too much chocolate and get too blown out. But enjoy yourself. If you've got the kids, have a bit of fun. If you're getting a chance to catch up with family or friends, the Queensland lockdown finished, so that was sort of good. Took a big load off my mind. Super pumped. We've now, what is it, day 2, or April 2nd, so I've got 12 days before I fly to Darwin for the Barra Classic. Super pumped about that. Cannot wait. And yeah, we'll talk more about that as it comes closer, and I will see you all next week. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon. Whether you're going this way, that way, or see you Monday. Peace.